You know what it is, Superstar J. Got my motherfucking LA cousin in here.
You see what's going on. I'm taking over. It's a good Saturday, man. Stop playing.
Yo, then I'm going to do my blast shit. Yo, you see what we doing, right? VIP Saturdays. Sheesh! You know what it is, Superstar J VIP Saturdays. Got something special in here, man. Now, I'm going to tell you, right? We got like over 5 million people that listen to me on the Saturday. That's cool with you?
Absolutely.
Jeez.
That's beautiful, actually.
Well, we got 20 million people that listen to me on a daily, and I want you to, the extra 2 million girls that might not know who you are, you know what I mean, introduce yourself to the people.
What's the deal? It's your boy Blxst, representing LA to be exact. Here to put my footprint in the game.
Oh, man, you definitely got the footprint in the game. You know what I mean? Now, Blxst is in here, out of LA. Now, what part of LA? Because I know what part, but I want my people to know what part of LA you're from.
South Central to be exact.
South Central, B, you know what I mean? I ain't getting, you gonna hit me with the accent a little bit? You know what I mean? People like, yo, you got the New York accent, but you got hit me one time before.
The New York accent?
No, the LA accent, man. You know what I mean? Because, everybody watches Snowfall, so they think everybody in LA talk like Snowfall.
Yeah, we just say bro heavy. We like, what's the deal, bro? You straight?
You straight?
Something like that.
Bro
yeah.
heavy?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from Queens, so, we originated the Sun.
Okay.
Yeah, what up, son?
Right.
Yeah.
We bros in LA.
Yeah. But I think the son thing is kind of old now, because I don't be really calling people no more son. But we do the bro.
Okay. Got you.
But let's talk about it, man. My daughter, she's 8 years old and knows your song plays every day. My thing, right? And I had to ask you, I said, I said to my daughter, I bet you this year I'm going to interview Blxst.
Wow.
And it happened.
That's hard.
And you're my third interview in 2 years. I told you I ain't been here in 2 years. I have to ask you, what is that fucking ad-lib, man? Yeesh.
Oh, you talking about the sheesh?
Is that sheesh?
Yep.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that shit. Yo, I swear. I'm like, but I'm like, people be having different ad-libs, so I didn't know if it was like soda pop or something like, something different, but it was sheesh.
Yeah.
Man, how does it feel, just being in, and I've seen one of, I do my research and I seen one of your interviews and you was like, man, when you did your tour, you didn't think your tour would sell out in New York City. You're like, man, nobody listen to me in New York. Because, a lot of artists that come from the West Coast feel like their songs don't move here.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feel crazy, especially still being able to represent my roots. Like, if you listen to my sound, I would assume that you know that I'm from LA. So to get that same respect in different cities is everything to me because I'm being authentic.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna say I didn't know you was from LA when I heard that record. Okay. The record is just original. It has a vibe. It makes you feel good. And this was 2 years ago. And I'm just being real. People in New York still think this is a new record.
Yeah.
Did they ever put you on? Did Troy tell you that people still think Chosen is a new fucking record right now?
Nah, I mean, yeah, it's still growing. That's the crazy part. To me, it's old at this point. I've been performing it for a minute, but it still give me that fresh energy too whenever I throw it on.
Mm-hmm. I know you like, man, I want to perform there. I got to perform this motherfucker.
Yeah, it's all love though.
It's all love.
No shame in my game.
Now, how did you get that name?
So I made it up when I was younger, just being dumb, I guess, just trying to be cool. But I was going to change it when I got a little older. Okay. But I decided to keep it after I had a son. I just looked at myself like a superhero.
Yeah. So
that's my superhero name, Blxst.
And your son, you his superhero. Facts. You know what I mean? Like I tell my daughter all the time, she really thinks I'm a superhero. Like, you know what I mean? I'm in the gym and she's like, you can do anything, you DJ and all this. But I know when your son gets older and sees like how talented you are, man, I have to say, right? And the new artists and shout out to Troy, legend in the building. I gotta give Troy his props. He's been with everybody. Mm-hmm. But I've seen like the difference with new artists now is that they do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an artist and I'm like, yo, man, just concentrate on doing records. But y'all do everything now. Yeah. Engineer, beats, write music. Facts. What made you just start and what did you first start doing that you really thought you was like, I'm nice at this now? Not the writing and the singing, but just engineering, doing the beats. When did you really feel like?
It was a slow process, but I just stuck to it. It didn't feel like learning. when I was learning, it just felt like I was doing what I was meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, throughout the process, learning, just being on YouTube, having the internet is a secret tool that this generation have. So everything is.
Yeah, I'm mad
up.
at y'all, man, because I just actually learned how to cook on YouTube. I didn't really. Now I knew how to cook, but like I started showing off and shit, and I just, you know what I mean. Everything is on YouTube. So when you was and I see that one of my friends that I've seen at the time when he was at his height was Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm come from New York City. He was in the clubs, just running in the clubs and just performing.
Right.
So having that inspiration by Ryan Leslie, how did you even like come about just even seeing him? Was it just on a YouTube interview?
Just randomly on YouTube. And it was one of them things you don't even realize you watching the whole video. You just sunk in, you know. So it was just dope to see him play every instrument. Then when he jumped in the booth and started going crazy, I'm like, I gotta do that. This is me for sure.
He was like, this is some type of shit I need to do.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to his music like after that? Like, did you like chime in and go like do your research on the records he did?
I'm not too deep in his catalog. Really, I was just pretty much inspired by the videos he was making, how he was songwriting for other people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, man. And you know, and you do heavy samples too.
Yeah.
Man, you know, I'm a DJ. I'm gonna tell you a Ryan Leslie record that you might have to do over. That's a fucking heater, and all I want is a pair of socks. That's all I need. You know what I mean? Like, I see you a fly guy, but I gotta put you onto one of these Ryan Leslie records. Ryan Leslie was real huge in the clubs. He was like one of the big R&B, like
wow.
You said, have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like one of those records. But Ryan Leslie is very talented. So now you rap and you sing, but you say you're an artist. Like with those type of things, I'm an artist.
For sure.
What is more difficult for you? Doing versus rapping or singing?
I would say it definitely take more effort to rap because I feel like every line gotta be intentional and well thought out. It's all about vocabulary, but singing is more of a vibe. So I would have to say rapping for sure.
Now you're a genius because I would think I've been in many studios. I be feeling like R&B is a little bit more difficult than rapping. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
Because even the recording process of R&B. How's the recording? What you would say was more difficult with recording?
Yeah, recording, singing is definitely way different.
Yeah, like
it's a different breath control. You got to hit the right notes. Like, you got to actually be in your bag. It's not like you could just say a word. You can't say it raspy and
yeah, you go in the rapping.
Everything matter when you singing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I be thinking, and shout out to all my my artists that really get into the pen and just rap. But I be feeling like R&B is just a little bit more difficult, and I feel also with R&B, and I want to ask you this question: do you think that R&B lasts longer, as far as music-wise, single-wise, like just with Chosen? Just that was in 2020, we're in 2022, and people like really relating like it's still new.
Right. I think the art and melodies, like even since we was kids, that's what sticks to our brains. Even an ABC song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, we just remember the melodies from it. Yeah. So I think like singing definitely take you, definitely stick with you longer. Yeah, and I think you can you actually can work your project out a little bit longer. I feel like R&B, you can sometimes you be like, damn, that record, I didn't even peep that record. And the project, the project you did, in 2020. Yep.
Dope.
No Love Lost.
Yes, No Love Lost. The title, why?
Why the title No Love Lost? It just felt like I was in a position where I had to choose myself. And that was my message, is no love lost, but I still got to pour into myself and get what I want for myself, because I feel like if my cup is empty, then I can't fill anybody else's cup. So that was just a project that I owed to myself out of, genuine selfishness in a good way, though. Definitely,
no love lost. Now, Blxst, man, tell me, I've watched the interviews. Everybody say about the skateboarding and everything, and breaking your ankle. That's one thing that I felt that I broke my ankle playing ball.
What?
And I just want to ask you, because when I broke my ankle playing ball and the trainer came and I was playing college ball, I said, do not touch me. I've never been in that much. My ankle was hanging like this, and I felt like I didn't even have a foot anymore. What type of pain was that when that happened?
So I didn't feel nothing.
Wow.
It just felt like I couldn't move my whole body. I didn't even know my ankle was broken until a week later after I went to the doctor.
Are you kidding me?
Right, because I thought it was just sprained. And then I went to the doctor, we did the x-rays, and they told me it was broke. So, but at that moment, I didn't feel nothing, and my body was like in shock.
How did you get home?
I think my mom came to pick me up that day.
So this whole week, what was you doing? You couldn't have been doing that much with a broken ankle.
Yeah, I was chilling at the crib, probably playing games or something. Yeah.
Motrin, man, well, you got to give me the procedure.
This is a minute ago.
Yo, ankle broke in a whole week.
Yeah, it was weird. But as a kid, like, you still feel like you can do anything with a broken bone or anything. I remember having a cast on, still trying to get out there and skate. That's how determined I was. But I can't do that as an adult. The bones grow a little slower now.
We don't need Blxst out there. The management, the family, we don't need you skateboarding and somebody, hey, let's do a celebrity skateboarding. You just do a flip and, oh, my, you know what I mean? We don't need that.
Not at all.
Now, explain, the new project and what's the difference between No Love Lost and this new project that's coming out?
So this project, Before You Go, is a transitional piece, mainly a note to self, just speaking on the position I want to put myself in, and leaving certain things in the past that I need to leave in order to grow as the person I want to be.
Now, do you feel, I see when you said you only write when you feel creative. You don't force writing. And that, that's kind of smart because sometimes people just be doing duds and stuff. Yeah. But what makes you feel creative? Like, do you think about past tense situations? Because, you're definitely not living the way you used to live before. So you have to, just think of something like, man, that relationship in the 8th grade, I didn't like. How do you feel about, when you get creative?
It's crazy. I can get in an argument and feel inspired to go write a song about it. Because I feel like I communicate better in my music than I would just verbally talking.
Okay.
I don't know why it's like that, but I pull my inspiration from all kind of experiences, especially traveling. I feel like I got a lot of subjects to speak on, just traveling the world, seeing different cultures, seeing how people react to my music. It just gave me a lot more to talk about. What
was a experience for you when you knew you was a celebrity, as far as face value? You know what I mean? A lot of people might not, because I see your gram, you know what I mean? It's like at one point I didn't see nothing up, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to ask you about that, but how's it like? What was the crazy experience when I know you on selling out shows, but what was it crazy? Like, I'm really a big celebrity now and I can't walk.
I would say when I dropped my project, No Love Lost, we did a pop-up activation at this mall called the Lamo Mall. And it was a line out there in the middle of a pandemic just to get a signed poster. And I was like, it's really real. That was my first time really seeing people pull up just off the strength of music,
Wow. Now, what's the experience that was like upfront and weird? Like, all right, this is kind of crazy right here.
I think that naturally happened over time, just moving around LA. It can be as simple as me going to Target and seeing somebody recognize me, like, are you Blxst? Let me take a picture. And I'm with my family, trying to be regular, get some socks and drawers, but they want to take a picture with me.
Is it to the point that you have to come out with some type of security when you do go out? Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. For sure. I just think that's a smart way.
Definitely a smart way. You know what I mean? Going to the movies, going out to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, do you go out to party? Like, if somebody asks you to host a party, do you come out and just get the vibes and look around?
I might pop. It depends on what the situation is, but yeah, I've been popping out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask you because this is VIP Saturdays.
Okay.
And I definitely know you and the crew. My man, a.k.a. Zoe Dollars over there. You know what I mean? He done had that mean face all day. Yo, what's up, man? That's your brother? Who's that? Your cousin? Who's that? The security?
That's my manager and my business partner.
Okay, yeah. So he's the security manager when he got because it's been a couple of times. I went to Toronto and a couple of celebrities, their security couldn't get over in Toronto. So the manager, you had to become the security. Now I want to ask you, what is the 3 don'ts in your VIP? Like, I can't, if this is going down, this can't be in my VIP.
3, let me see. First and foremost.
Come on, Blxst.
I don't even want to say this, man. You put me in a bad position.
All right, so I'm gonna start it off. So you can. I don't want you to go out of the control.
Yeah.
So a lot of don'ts. My don'ts is that I do not like guzzlers.
Facts. That's kind of what I was gonna say.
Yo, listen, the extra cups. We cannot and it's people. You know what I mean. And then the bottle's just gone. I call them guzzlers. That's one I do not like.
I'm gonna say let the ladies get a drink first.
Yes.
It's only right.
Why do they fight?
Yeah.
I tell people, you know what I mean? I tell my young boys, I'm like, bro, it's females in the section. You know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let them drink.
For sure. And just don't be standing super close to me. I like space.
Blxst like space, man. Give me some space.
Club, but everybody be crowded up, so just give me 2 feet.
I'm gonna give you another one. When people are overly on their phone.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I don't like going to the clubs too much though for that specific reason. It just don't feel like genuine fun sometimes.
Genuine fun.
So it got to be like a private party or something fly,
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite? Do you drink?
Occasionally.
Okay. So what's your favorite drink that you like to drink?
I've been on a Douce. I think I created this Douce Margarita type vibes.
Wow.
As of recently.
Dark liquor.
Yeah.
What kind of Douce Margarita? What's the Blxst Margarita?
I don't know what else they put up in there. I just went to the bar the other day. I was like, let me get a Douce Margarita. She was like, I never made that before.
A Douce. I'm gonna do that Douce Margarita.
It's different.
Now, before you leave, I need you to give me one more. What records do the fans love for you to perform? What's the first 3 records that they go crazy?
One of my favorite songs to perform is a song I got called Be Alone.
Mm-hmm.
As of recently, when I dropped About You, they go crazy. And that song is brand new, and they know that word for word.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. About You.
And then, Chosen is an automatic slapper as soon as you throw that on.
Chosen. Sheesh.
Yeah, exactly.
One more.
I'm going to say Overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go with that. Man, I appreciate you coming by, giving your dues, your don'ts, and giving the Blxst Margarita that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have some Douce. I'm gonna go there and maybe say like, what the hell is a Douce Margarita?
Yeah.
We just created that Douce called Blxst Up. The manager's here, you know what I mean? He's gonna smile if the checks are bigger, you know what I mean? And we're gonna do it like that. You know what it is. VIP.